Hi, this is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. There's a common cry out there. Sometimes we hear people saying, "Help, I have a dead-end job. This job that I have is really bringing me nowhere. What can I do? I feel like quitting. There is just no prospect of future with this job of mine." Before you throw in the towel, I would recommend that you learn to look at your job. Take a step back and look at your job from one of two perspectives. And if you're able to look at your job from a new point of view, then you might realize that, hey, this dead end might be a door of opportunity instead. Many feel stressed out because they look at their job primarily from a descriptive standpoint. They look at their job description. Their job is angled from a descriptive standpoint. Now, this is very limiting, and it is no wonder that people feel that they are at a dead end. So instead of looking at the descriptive nature of your job, I would like you to consider looking at your job from a dynamic standpoint. Have a point of view that looks at your job from a dynamic angle. Now, what is the dynamic angle versus a descriptive perspective? The traditional way of looking at a job is by spelling out the job description. You have seen a job description before. It tells you what to do and a series of tasks and action steps to take. Now, to be honest, after a while, the job description kind of looks boring, and many people have even forgotten what are the series of tasks that is involved in their job description. Job dynamism, on the other hand, as the name suggests, is dynamic in nature. I don't just get stuck in what to do, but I focus on how I do my job, my attitude in doing my job. I concentrate on my strengths and to deliver it in a way that I know best. So instead of just, keying in the data, I would key in the data accurately with enthusiasm and to do it responsibly. So I focus not just what I do in my job, but how I do it. A job description also usually describes my KPI. What are my department goals? What are the numbers and figures that I have to meet in my particular job on my own? On the other hand, when I look at my job dynamically, I look beyond my KPI and see that what I do actually connect to the bigger mission of the group. I could be laying bricks and I could tell other people, hey, my KPI is laying bricks. But I could have a dynamic attitude towards my job and say that, hey, I'm not just laying bricks, but I am building the grandest shopping center, or I'm building the tallest building in the world. My bricks actually contribute to a larger monument, to a larger mission. I'm able to see how the pieces fit together. Now that brings a certain sense of dynamism into your job. A job description also highlights my constraints and boundaries. What is it that I am supposed to do and what are my limitations? I'm sure you've heard of people that say, hey, that's not my job. I only work here. I only take care of this. I can't take care of any other thing. That's my boundary. That's my job description. But it limits you, you see. On the other hand, if you have a dynamic job, what happens is that you focus not on the constraint, but you focus on the chemistry. You focus on working with people from other departments and other functions. Instead of just working in my own cubicle and minding my own business, I look for ways to work with other people to improve the situation. I may even adjust my job so that I can synergize with people from other departments and my colleague, and I focus on synergizing with the chemistry of the group rather than staying in my own sweet little cubicle, just focusing on my own constraints. Now that is dynamic. If today you find that your job is a dead end and it causes you more stress than bringing satisfaction, it could be a good time to ask yourself this question: have I been limiting my point of view? Am I just looking at the tree and missing out on the bigger picture of the forest? Whereas a door of opportunity could be just waiting there for you beyond this stress that you are facing. But what it takes for you to do is to have a different point of view and begin to have a more dynamic perspective of your job rather than just focusing on dead-end job descriptions. The dynamic nature of your job, first of all, focus on your own attitude, mainly your character. If you start to take responsibility for your own character and demonstrate a high level of energy in your job, no boring job description is going to stop you. Secondly, learn to connect your job with the bigger picture. Learn to see the strategic value of your job. See how it contributes to the overall vision of the organization. Because if you are able to see the big picture, you are actually training yourself to be a leader of the future. And finally, work on being an approachable person at work, because right chemistry at work is so important. The job description, it's only a formal documentation, but the chemistry that you bring to the job, your ability to interact with other people, helps to create the right working environment. And you know what happens? If you demonstrate the right chemistry, you become more noticeable. Though there might be a few other people who share the same job description as you, but because you bring a different chemistry into the workplace, you learn to connect your job to the bigger picture and you demonstrate good character. That will make you stand out, and no job can hold you still, because by displaying right character, connecting to the bigger picture, and bringing right chemistry will open more doors of opportunity for you. Think about it. When your job seems like a dead end, instead of throwing in the towel, exercise personal responsibility in these three areas. You might be amazed at what success is available for you just behind the seemingly dead end. This is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. Thanks for watching.